Happy Nurse Practitioner Week. My name is Dr. Jessica Peck, and I am honored to serve as your president of the National Association of Pediatric Nurse Practitioners. Did you know that our profession started with one woman's audacious dream and bold vision? Well, that woman was Loreta Ford, who will celebrate her 100th birthday next month in Florida. Hard to believe, but at one time she was actually too young to be trained as a nurse. And so she worked as a nurse's aide before becoming a diploma nurse and serving our country in the armed forces during World War II. After the war was over, she came back to the University of Colorado after getting higher education. And in 1965, she collaborated with a pediatrician, Dr. Henry Silver. They recognized the significant untapped potential of the pediatric nursing profession to do more to positively impact child health outcomes. So with the collaboration of a pediatrician and a pediatric nurse, the nurse practitioner role was born, and the world would never be the same. We know that this advanced practice role has spread to other healthcare institutions across the country, and in fact is now a global phenomenon. Here at the National Association of Pediatric Nurse Practitioners, we are honored to be the first ever professional organization for nurse practitioners, and we continue to be the only pediatric-focused organization for advanced practice nurses, which is really exciting. We were established in 1973, and we have nearly 9,000 members now. The nurse practitioner profession in general is more than 270,000 strong here in the United States, and together we see more than 1 billion patient encounters every year. In an interview with Dr. Ford by the Institute for Pediatric Nursing in 2017, and I'm going to read this to you, she said, "Nurses who provide care to children have become increasingly important, influential, and impactful. They are our best renewable national resource for the continuance of our civilization, security, economy, welfare, wealth, and happiness." I think that is pretty high praise from a legend in our profession. As pediatric-focused APRNs, excellence really is our specialty. We're committed to transforming healthcare for children to deliver outstanding outcomes with accessible, affordable, and high-quality care. We engage in the science of our profession, but as nurses, we also acknowledge the science of hope. We give our best every day, and we have health partnerships with children, families, health systems, communities, and the nation. We're innovative and resilient, and we find new ways to do hard things. This year, 2020, the year of the nurse and the nurse midwife, has been a year full of hard things. From coronavirus to health inequities laid bare across the nation, each of us has sacrificed something. We've lost income. Some of you have lost jobs that we loved. We've lost the camaraderie of in-person networking, the comfort of familiar places, the joy of visiting elderly relatives, graduation ceremonies, meaningful traditions, and many other things. But more painfully, many of us have lost patients. We've lost coworkers, we've lost colleagues, and we've lost family members and loved ones. After nearly a quarter century of being a nurse for me, this is the most difficult historic moment I have witnessed in our profession. Despite that, I have seen the very best of nursing. I have seen you, my colleagues, step up and rise to the occasion time and time again, lending your expertise to tackle difficult challenges and offering hope and comfort when there are no answers. I feel your struggles as I look at my own 4 children who are uncertain and anxious about whether or not they will be able to go to school each day, or whether or not their loved ones will become ill, or what their life will look like in the future. Their life paradigm is changing right before our very eyes as we adapt to a new way of normal that somehow feels inherently abnormal. In this time, I'm learning important lessons in life and leadership. The courage of our collective profession is much more comforting than the courage of any one individual. There's untold value and sincere words of affirmation and encouragement. I've also learned to balance confidence with humility, determination with patience, optimism with realism, consistency with adaptation, demands on my time with periods of intentional rest, and moments of fear with moments of courage. As we celebrate the 200th birthday of Florence Nightingale and Loreta Ford's 100th birthday, I can only imagine where 2021 will take us into the next 100 years of nursing. But I know that we are shaping that now as we speak. We have a lot of work to do as pediatric-focused providers to impact child health. The results of this pandemic will be long-lasting and require compassion and patience as we seek a journey of healing, but I am confident that we are up for the challenge. Florence Nightingale said, "Nursing is a progressive art, such that to stand still is to go backwards. We will not go backward." Nurse practitioners are prepared and equipped to take on the challenge of 2021 as the future of the next century is in our hands. As NAPNAP continues to lead efforts to positively impact child health, we are excited to debut the results of our new branding campaign, as you can see behind me, and I hope you've had the opportunity to see on our website and on our social media. These themes identified, as I shared with you before, innovation and evolution, and we have strategic organizational planning going forward. As we are experiencing unprecedented recognition as an organization in the media, advocacy, policy, and expert professional forums, our unified efforts will help position us best to go forward and to show our collective voice and to amplify our professional efforts. Remember, our new hero message is experts in pediatrics and advocates for children. So I encourage you to lift our organization high by celebrating these new visual representations of the work we've always embodied. We have a lot of exciting things going on. I hope that you will join me and our new Executive Director, Jim Windorf, in a town hall upcoming next week. I hope you've had an opportunity to listen to Team Peds Talks, our new podcast with our first conversation series, giving you 8 hours of free CE on child health equity. I hope you've been able to check out the additional free continuing education we have for you, both on Peds CE and in the Journal of Pediatric Healthcare. And speaking of the Journal of Pediatric Healthcare, we have a new call for manuscripts for a special issue on planetary health that will be edited by our own Dr. Mary Chesney and Dr. Karen Duderstadt. Make sure if you're on social media to use our new hashtag #NPsForKids and check out the statements that we've made on your behalf recently. I am so honored to be with you in this journey as co-stewards of innovation and excellence in the most trusted profession as experts in pediatrics and advocates for children. Here's to 2021.